Most of you will have a drawer just like this one. A graveyard for your old devices, broken, forgotten, abandoned. Because when something breaks, we just replace it. Everybody does. My phone, after 5 years, it's been through a lot. But is it finally ready to be buried in that drawer? A cracked screen? This is usually a death sentence. Everybody has told me it's time I bought a new one. But just as I was about to hit confirm, I stopped. What if they're wrong? What if we're all wrong about how we treat these devices? What if there's another solution? A solution that means we don't need to constantly buy replacements? What if I can save my phone from ever ending up in that drawer? If you remember the early 2000s, upgrading your phone felt like stepping into the future. We saw flip phones, sliders, styluses, keyboards, cameras. Then we had smartphones with touchscreens, apps, GPS, and then more cameras. Real innovation. Every year brought something genuinely new. It made sense to upgrade. A new phone every year. We got used to that rhythm, and so did the manufacturers. They made billions off this cycle, and we bought into it every single time. But the innovation curve flattened and the improvement slowed. Last year's phone, it's almost identical to this year's, yet the pressure to upgrade, it didn't stop. If anything, it got louder. Broken or not, we're stuck in this need to replace, and that drawer, it keeps filling up. Maybe it's time we break the cycle. That's supposed to happen. You see, this phone is different. I found something most people don't know exists. A phone built to be taken apart by anyone. Of course, every phone can be repaired, yours included. Usually you take it to a store, like getting a watch serviced. But this one might actually let me do it myself. Let's see if this experiment is really going to work. If you showed a smartphone to someone from 1975, it'd be pure magic. Back when these phone boxes were first built, they were the height of technology. Now, they're completely obsolete. Yet, we still preserve them. And yes, they're iconic, but it makes you wonder, why do we preserve dead technology while abandoning devices far more valuable? This isn't just glass and plastic. It's one of the most sophisticated objects we've ever created. More powerful than the computers that sent us to the moon. It's easy to forget what's inside of these things. Gold, lithium, cobalt, rare resources, all mined from the earth. Engineered with care, assembled by hand, and shipped across the world. Only to be abandoned. So what's really inside here that makes it worth saving? supposed to just lift off. And it's off.
Well, we've got the screen off. Actually, it was easier than I thought. And the phone, it doesn't look damaged beyond repair. It does make you wonder, why don't we do this more often? Actually, this whole process has reminded me of something. Something valuable we never questioned repairing.
This isn't about some grand vision of saving the world. One phone at a time. This is much simpler than that.
Would you throw away a Rolex if it stopped ticking?
Of course not. You take it to be serviced, repaired, restored. Because that's what you do when something's valuable.
If a watch was the personal device of the 20th century, then your phone, device of the 21st century.
They're part of our daily lives, with us constantly. They carry our thoughts, our photos, our messages, our memories. Yet we treat one as an heirloom and the other as disposable.
Not just tools, there's something so much more. The problem is, I don't know if I can get this working again.
That's the screen in place. Time to see if it powers up. The moment of truth.
It works, as good as new. Though, even after all this work, there's still something missing.
Just as a watch isn't about telling the time, it's about your identity, your style, your taste. It's part of who you are.
People choose watches that express themselves. Vintage, modern, bold, subtle. It's personal.
Yet we all carry identical rectangles in identical cases. Where's the personality? Where's the self-expression?
Maybe that's the problem. We never truly own these phones. We just rent them until the next upgrade. But when you fix something with your own hands, when you bring it back from the dead, that changes everything.
I don't want this to be a phone. I want it to be my phone. After 5 years, this phone deserves to be more than just functional. It deserves to be truly mine.
I've got an idea. I can do something with this.
Weight this down. Let's add a touch of colour. it to dry. Let's see how it comes out. And then as I lift the template up, disaster. But it can be fixed. Some clear coat will do wonders. I guess maybe a better phone starts with a better mindset. Fix what you own what you fix. So, could this Fairphone 4 really be the last phone I ever need to buy? Well, Fairphone may have already answered that question themselves, because last year they released the new Fairphone 5. But I guess that's my point. This phone, it was built specifically to be endlessly repairable, to last forever. And even then, the manufacturers are selling upgrades. I've come to realise it doesn't matter what phone you have. Any phone can be your last phone, if you choose for it to be. So maybe the real question isn't, is this the last phone I'd ever need to buy? But rather, what would it mean if it could be? Maybe the real upgrade isn't buying new. Maybe it's choosing to keep what you already have. Because for once, what you have is truly yours.